my parents started eating whole foods in the 70s, there was nowhere to get information. There was no internet or anything. Very few books. They had to bring them in from America. But what they used to do was they would all meet with a group of people, and if it was in your house, you cooked the grain. And then everyone had to bring a vegetable or a dessert or a bean dish, and then you all swapped stories, and some of the recipes would work and some of them wouldn't.
So I became vegan almost 8 years ago now. An African American lady, she's actually quite famous in the vegan world, called Annette Larkins, and there was a caption below her picture. She obviously looked very healthy and vibrant, and it said that this lady was in her late 60s, but she only looked like she was in her 40s, and because for 3 decades she had lived on just fruits and vegetables. And my initial reaction when I saw that picture was, this is a load of rubbish. Like, no one can live on fruits and vegetables. Like, you need protein, you need, calcium from dairy and all that kind of thing. But then I kept up. I found it very interesting, but I obviously only knew a very small amount from what I'd seen, and so I just kept reading up and kept researching, and within the space of, I'd say, about 3 weeks, I had gone completely vegan. I had no one around me who was doing this, and so I just had to find my own information online. I actually felt the energy benefits pretty straight on as soon as I threw myself into it. I started to sleep better, and that I play a lot of sport, and I noticed that in the past, whereas maybe the last 15 minutes of a match you're knackered and you're just kind of trudging through to get to the end, I noticed that I could kind of keep going. I'd almost get like a second wind to sort of just keep pushing through in games, and that was something that I've since learned has got to do with your body being kind of optimized towards using carbohydrates as an energy source, and a plant-based diet or a vegan diet is naturally going to be high in fruits and vegetables, which themselves are carbohydrates. So it was just a simple equation of I was getting in more carbohydrates, therefore I just had more energy to keep going. Even now, as it's coming full circle, like, you have a lot of celebrities who are doing it, so it's become quite cool. For example, you've both Williams sisters are both plant-based eaters or vegans. Same with Novak Djokovic. In the US, the National Basketball Association, the NBA, has come out and said that the only diet they recommend all of their athletes to be on is a plant-based diet.
It was my mum really it was her influence that really kept it going to this day, because she thought she was well until she changed her diet and our diet, and she became so well. She didn't think she could feel better than she did feel, so she did. And to this day then, they're both still eat a whole food vegan diet, and they're both, well, I call my mum a tornado. She's great, she's full of energy and enthusiasm and positivity. Yeah, it's good.